Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the city of Greensboro. The Water Resources Department is offering various options to residents who are having difficulty paying their water bill as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The city will accept a payment plan for past due accounts. Arrangements can be made by calling the contact center at 336-373-2489. Staff is available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. If your water service was disconnected for non-payment prior to mid-March and it's still disconnected, the city will reconnect the water for the duration of the COVID-19 situation. Call the contact center to request the service be restored. While an in-person bill payment window has remained open downtown in the Melvin Municipal Office Building, customers are encouraged to pay by one of the following methods instead. You can pay over the phone with a credit card by calling 336-373-4729. You can pay online through the city's website at greensboro-nc.gov/waterbill. Or use the drop box at the Kitchen Operations Center located at 2602 South Elm Eugene Street. The usual $1 convenience fee for paying online or by phone has been temporarily waived. In mid-March, the city temporarily suspended water shutoffs and late fees on past due water accounts. The city's Code Compliance Division is waiving the accrual of civil penalties and assessment of re-inspection fees associated with active residential and non-residential code cases. Also, no new civil penalties and re-inspection fees will be assessed. These changes are due to COVID-19 and will be in effect until further notice. City Code Compliance inspectors will continue to conduct regular inspections to make sure conditions of structures are safe. However, when working in areas where it may be difficult to maintain 6 feet of social distancing, Code Compliance inspectors may request the area be cleared of occupants. Stan Wilson, director of the Neighborhood Development Department, said the temporary suspension of penalties and the daily accrual of those charges, as well as re-inspection fees, allows everyone to stay safe without creating an additional financial burden to property owners, landlords, and business owners during this pandemic. Property owners and contractors are still allowed to make repairs and perform maintenance on structures since the state has declared these as essential functions. For more information, call the Code Compliance Office at 336-373-2111. Staff is available Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Greensboro Virus Relief Task Force is excited to announce more than $457,000 has been awarded to 16 nonprofits to help residents impacted by the coronavirus. The funds are allocated from the Greensboro Virus Relief Fund, which United Way established at the request of the city of Greensboro. To date, the community has donated more than $725,000. This includes a $500,000 gift from United Way's Emergency Reserve Fund. The Community Foundation of Greater Greensboro has raised more than $100,000 to support the relief fund. Applications and instructions for virus relief funding are available on United Way's website, and nonprofits are encouraged to apply. The Virus Relief Task Force meets virtually on a weekly basis to review the applications and approve funding requests. The Virus Relief Task Force has developed a process that ensures ease and accountability while making funds quickly available to stabilize community members who are most impacted by the virus. To make a donation to the Greensboro Virus Relief Fund, visit United Way's website or text the word virus to 40403. In an effort to help each of us improve our quality of life, the city has partnered with Cone Health for a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Let's check in with our friends at Cone Health for today's News for Your Health.
1 in 4 Americans suffer from allergies. Don't let the things that contribute to your symptoms stop you from enjoying your activities. I am Dr. Rosalind Hicks, an allergist from Allergy and Asthma Center of North Carolina, a member of Cone Health Medical Group. Let's get started and talk about allergies. Allergies are the common cold. Very similar entities. They both consist of a lot of congestion, runny nose, sneezing. Typically with the common cold, you're going to have, starting out, a little more scratchy throat, sore throat, and you often a little bit of fever. Both can have cough because of the postnasal drip, and you're going to feel a little lousy with the common cold, will run down, dehydrated, those kind of things. And then with allergies, it can be any time of year. Cold may be more common in the winter season, and allergies can be with exposure. You just mow the lawn, did you just take care of the cat or dog, did you just clean out the attic with lots of dust. So those are the things we think about to differentiate between a common cold and allergies. The common triggers kind of fall into two categories: indoor, outdoor, seasonal or year-round. So in the spring, we think a lot about tree pollen, followed by grass pollen and weed pollen, and then we have dust, mite, cockroach, mold, which can be indoors and out, and then any kind of furried animal, dog, cat, gerbil, any of those. So clearly, if we're sensitive to the animals, then we shouldn't have animals, we shouldn't be exposed to them, but we can't really control completely pollen exposure. So if you go outside, if you're doing something involving that exposure, then wearing a mask, if you have to mow the grass, wiping off your hands and feet, taking off your shoes before you walk through the house so you don't track the pollen through, minimizing the window being down as you ride down the road, and wiping off the cats and dogs when they come in from their walk so the pollen is not throughout the house and on the furniture, those kind of things. Well, of course, avoidance would be the biggest action that we could participate in to try to minimize symptoms, but side of that, adding medications to minimize the congestion, sneezing, runny nose. I'm a huge proponent of saline rinse, and so that's something easy that's not medicated. It's just salt water flushing out or clearing out the nasal passages so we can take away those allergens that we've been breathing in. I think it is very important to prepare for allergy season so that you can minimize your suffering and you don't have so much congestion and headache or disrupted activity. I like to encourage people to start their medications around Valentine's Day, and usually that'll minimize their symptoms and they can go into the allergy season ahead and symptom-free. It is important for individuals to think about allergy testing if they're having lots of symptoms, uncontrolled symptoms, they've tried multiple medications, or they feel like there's one specific thing that they're really interested in knowing that they're allergic to. And especially if you have upper and lower airway symptoms, if you're coughing and wheezing, then that has become quite the standard for management to consider allergy injections. And we need to know exactly what you're allergic to be able to put in your specific vial so that we can manage you with the injections if we have the positive testing available there. And in the situation where you may be food allergic, having allergy testing can be very informative to know what to avoid. Thank you for joining us. I hope all this information has been helpful to decrease your suffering from allergies. For more information, go to conehealth.com/wellness. I'm Dr. Rosalind Hicks.
The stay-at-home order impacts everyone in Guilford County. With so many people, including kids, staying indoors, many people need to find new ways to express their artistic side. Online activities have been mapped out by the arts community. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The city of Greensboro continues to waive yard waste fees at the White Street Landfill. This applies to residents arriving in cars, vans, passenger vans, pickup trucks, and non-dumping trailers. Please note regular yard waste fees of $40 per ton still apply for dump trucks and dump trailers. Here's what to expect when bringing yard waste to the White Street Landfill located at 2503 White Street. Upon arrival, proceed to the open scale, drive to the window and speak to the clerk through the microphone to provide your home address. Follow the yard waste signs to the compost area. A city attendant will direct you to where you unload. The White Street Landfill hours are Monday through Friday from 7:50 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. The city suspended all residential curbside yard waste collection due to COVID-19. Residents should not place yard waste at the curb during this suspension. The suspension allows staff to focus its resources on garbage and recycling collection, which will continue without interruption. For more information, call the White Street Landfill at 336-373-7658. Creative Greensboro, the city's Office of Arts and Culture, and nonprofit Arts Greensboro are promoting streaming programs, virtual tours, and other interactive online activities local artists, creative professionals, and arts and culture organizations are producing while people stay home. The Greensboro At Home Arts and Creativity Guide, a listing of local opportunities, will be published Monday through Friday afternoons on the Creative Greensboro and Arts Greensboro Facebook pages. Organizations and individuals can submit streaming events or other opportunities on Creative Greensboro's website. The first issue was published Monday, April 6th. Ryan Deal, who heads up the Creative Greensboro office, said the need for people to stay at home during this global pandemic has forced a wave of canceled performances, classes, and rehearsals while closing museums and galleries. Artists are moving their work online. This guide is a way to support that work and keep the community connected. Submissions for the Arts and Creativity Guide are due by 9 a.m. to appear in that day's edition. All weekend activities will appear in Friday's edition. The City of Greensboro's Budget and Evaluation Department once again receives the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award for its 2019-2020 budget. This award is presented by the Government Finance Officers Association. The award represents a significant achievement for the city. It reflects the commitment by staff to meet the highest principles of governmental budgeting. In order to receive the budget award, Greensboro had to satisfy nationally recognized guidelines for effective budget presentation. These guidelines are designed to assess how well the city's budget serves as a policy document, financial plan, an operations guide, and a communications tool. In order to receive the award, the budget documents must be rated proficient in all 4 categories and in the 14 mandatory criteria within those categories. As a result of the coronavirus, unemployment claims across the nation are at a record high, and the local economy has taken a hit. Coming up after the break, we'll check in with Workforce Development to find out who's hiring. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The number of businesses that are either closed or operating on a limited basis has given Workforce Development an opportunity to roll out new services. Joining me now to share resources for employers and job seekers is Chris Rivera. He is the interim director of the city's Workforce Development Department. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Carla.
Thank you for joining me. Now, it has been clearly a very busy time for you and your team. How has Workforce Development been able to help the community during this pandemic?
Yeah, it's been extremely busy, challenging on us, our system, certainly the community. The Workforce Development Board, who provides oversight to the 2 NC Works Career Centers here in Guilford County, did have to shut the doors to the public, and we have transformed our career centers into virtual support centers. We have been providing access to basic information to unemployment insurance. Naturally, a lot of our residents or members of our community have questions and need to access that particular resource. We've had to conduct virtual dislocated worker sessions, so in the absence of going out and meeting with individuals to talk about services that are available through Workforce Development, we've had to digitize that. We've done a lot of the COVID-19 information sharing that have come from community partners from the city of Greensboro, and we've increased access points to employment services as well.
Okay, so it's amazing how much you're still in operation, even though your physical offices have been closed. I'm not quite sure when those doors might reopen, and it's so nice to know that you're still available, especially at a time when we've seen unemployment so high. What about technology? Are you using or implementing any new technologies to help job seekers?
Absolutely. So in addition to having to convert our career centers, which we're seeing about 1,500 individuals per month here in Greensboro, another 1,000 in High Point, we've had to launch other means to connect with individuals. We've launched text-based platforms. We've launched job portals on our guilfordworks.org website. We've posted portals there for businesses to reach out to us to identify or to let us know that they're hiring during this pandemic. So it's been unfortunate but extremely important that we've pivoted to different types of engagement.
So it's interesting that you mentioned employers have the option to reach out and actually share jobs that are available. So there must be some good news in that respect. But texting is another way that you've decided you're going to meet people where they are. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we really tried to figure out how to keep up with the pace of individuals that were coming in. We were fielding about, 100, 150 calls per day, and we knew that individuals were still coming up. So we launched a text platform in which individuals that wanted to connect with us around basic unemployment questions, indicate that they are looking for work during this time, and or that businesses wanted to let us know that they were hiring and they needed our assistance. So we launched that back last week, actually, and we've gotten a great response. We've received about 8,000 different text messages from about 2,600 individuals, and so it's been very, very, very helpful for us to increase engagement to the community in this time of need.
Okay, so the options are either you're an employer and you have immediate needs and you can text so that you can post what those needs are.
Right, there are 3 different options. So individuals that have basic questions for unemployment, they will be able to text the word UI to 336-882-4141. If they're looking for work, they can text the word jobs to 336-882-4141. But for businesses that are hiring, they can text hire to 336-297-9444. And on the job side and the hiring side, we have staff that will reach back out to them to do some virtual support, get the information that they're hiring for, and do some recruitment for individuals that are looking to go back to work.
Excellent. And with so many people laid off, some companies have closed their doors altogether. Who is hiring?
So a lot of people are hiring, and I apologize I didn't bring names, but I certainly could speak to the types of positions that we're seeing. So staff have been able to identify more than 1,500 different types of positions that are being hired for now. Individuals that are looking to go back to work can go in short-term temporary positions, so there's lots around laborers and warehousing. A huge need in the healthcare community, as one would expect, and you're seeing them from PCAs all the way up to RNs, respiratory therapists, logisticians. We talked about warehousing, skilled trades, so construction is still strong, HVAC, lots of apartment technicians. So we were very, very encouraged that when we launched this, that we were able to identify those 1,500 positions, and hopefully we will continue to get those.
Excellent. Well, that's a light at the end of the tunnel, I'm sure, for a lot of folks who were abruptly put out of work just because of the declaration and the need for people to stay home. If there is someone who's watching and they say either they've got jobs or they need a job, how do they get to workforce development?
One of 2 ways. One, they can text either jobs and or hire to the numbers that we talked about, and hopefully you'll be able to share those images as well as on the city's website. They can also go to guilfordworks.org. The jobs that we are identifying are posted under our job seeker page or link on that page, and employers that are looking to post positions also can post them directly to that site as well.
Well, thank you, Chris, for giving us some good news in our very difficult and trying time. I know that this will make searching for jobs a lot easier for people who are in that position. Do come back and keep us posted on how these opportunities are panning out and any new resources that you have available.
Absolutely. Thanks again.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact our city is by tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. City Council meetings take place on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The Parks and Recreation Department has developed a series of virtual programs for the community to offset the recreation centers being closed. Alternate programs will include activities that can be safely conducted outdoors with appropriate social distancing. For the foreseeable future, staff will broadcast Facebook Live videos Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. The videos focus on a variety of areas such as environmental education, fitness, and Start Smart sports drills. The library branches are closed, but there's a vast array of resources available virtually as well. North Carolina Digital Library offers access to an extensive collection of downloadable audiobooks, e-books, and e-videos available 24 hours, 7 days a week. NC Kids is an online library just for kids. Guilford County school students can enter GCS in front of their student ID number to access those online resources. Brain Fuse will help parents out because it helps provide homework help to students. It also gives assistance to veterans and job seekers. Last but not least, the library is using Facebook to share instructional videos and other programs offered by library staff. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first we have a special message from Mayor Nancy Vaughn regarding the coronavirus.
Hello, I'm Mayor Nancy Vaughn, and I want to take a moment to talk about the coronavirus situation and what you can do to help during these difficult times. The Greensboro Virus Relief Fund is accepting donations to support local children and families impacted by the virus. The United Way of Greater Greensboro and the city will coordinate with local nonprofits to determine ongoing needs and fund distribution. Areas of anticipated need include food, education, employment reductions, housing, medical, and resources for the small business community. To make a donation, either text the word virus to 40403 or visit unitedwaygso.org to make an online donation. Arts Greensboro launched the Greensboro Artist Emergency Fund on social media. The fund will assist working artists in Greater Greensboro who have lost fees, commissions, sales, and other ways to generate income. Arts Greensboro is asking the community to help sustain artists through this challenging time. Follow them on social media. When you see the link for the fund, click on it and donate it if you are able to give. Relief funds have also been established by the Interactive Resource Center and the Community Foundation of Greater Greensboro. We will continue to monitor the spread of COVID-19 and coordinate with state and county officials. Remember, please leave groceries. Don't hoard. Maintain social distancing. Support local businesses when you can. Wash your hands often and stay out of large groups to reduce the risk of transmission. As a community, we've been tested before and we've always come through stronger. We will get through this together. When communicating, rely on facts, not fear. Thank you.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. As a result of the government ban on large gatherings due to the COVID-19 outbreak, the status of a number of previously announced Tanger Center and Coliseum events have been changed. Staff is working diligently to attempt to reschedule all of the postponed events. Ticket holders should hold on to their tickets until additional information is available regarding rescheduled dates. Previously purchased tickets for the original date will be honored at the rescheduled date. No exchange is necessary. For canceled events, tickets purchased on Ticketmaster.com will automatically be refunded to the original form of payment. All other tickets will be refunded at the point of purchase. For tickets purchased at the Greensboro Coliseum box office, please visit greensborocoliseum.com. For updates on Tanger Center events, please visit tangercenter.com. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to Biscuitville. The restaurant on Gate City Boulevard generously donated sausage and ham biscuits to the call center employees at the City of Greensboro and Guilford County. The two centers answered thousands of calls regarding the stay-at-home order. Biscuitville is making similar donations to the city's first responders as a way to say thank you for their hard work during this pandemic. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings. Be sure to download our weekly podcast, Talk City Greensboro, and now GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.